man steps out of the station into the early evening air, moving with a quiet, unhurried focus that sets him slightly apart from the flow of commuters around him. He is middle-aged, dressed simply but neatly, carrying himself with the kind of composure that suggests he is used to arriving places with intention rather than hesitation. The streetlights have just begun to flicker on, casting uneven pools of light across the pavement as people pass him without much attention. Nothing about the scene draws immediate curiosity from those around him, just another arrival in a city that sees thousands every hour. Yet he pauses briefly, not in confusion, but in assessment, as if orienting himself to something specific only he understands. His gaze moves across the street, measuring distance, timing, and direction with quiet precision. When he adjusts his coat and shifts his stance, it feels less like nervousness and more like preparation. Whatever he is here for is not random, but it is also not announced. It remains contained within him, unreadable to anyone passing by. The world continues its normal rhythm, footsteps, traffic, distant conversations, while he remains momentarily still, as though waiting for an internal signal to continue. Then, after a short pause, he makes a decision visible only in the subtle change of posture, stepping forward with purpose that is now clearly set, even if its meaning remains unknown to everyone else in the scene. Not his inside pocket, his right pocket, as if that is where the most important thing is kept. His fingers close around a folded slip of paper, creased, worn, traveled. He lifts it gently, opening it with the care of someone handling something sacred. And there, in bold, clear handwriting, is a name that freezes everything around him, a name that makes him exhale softly, as though confirming that the journey he just completed has reached the correct destination. The name written on that note is yours, not a variation of it, not a coincidence, not a similar sounding word, your exact name. And below it, written with equal clarity, is your address. Yes, my child, your address, your street, your home. He studies it, not with confusion, not with hesitation, but with recognition, as if he has seen it before, as if he has been carrying it in his thoughts, long before he ever held the paper physically. His eyes scan the letters as though they are instructions, coordinates, a divine imprint placed into his hands for a mission he cannot ignore. My child, this is the part where I need you to breathe, because what I'm telling you is not meant to frighten you. It's meant to open your eyes to something deeper, something hidden behind the arrival of this man, something that began long before today. This man did not accidentally end up in your city. He did not randomly choose your name. He did not mistakenly write your address. His presence is intentional. His purpose is specific. His mission is unavoidable, and he will not return to where he came from until the assignment connected to your name has been completed. But before you assume the worst, before your imagination fills in the blanks with fear, listen carefully, because the truth is far more surprising, far more powerful, and far more divine than anything dark or harmful. He does not carry your name to bring danger. He does not carry your address to cause harm. He does not carry your information to threaten your peace. No, my child, his assignment is something else entirely. But to understand what brought him here, you need to know something vital first, something that explains why you, why now, and why him. When he first stepped out of the train, he did not look around the city like a stranger. His eyes didn't wander, his steps didn't drift. Instead, he stood perfectly still, as if listening for a whisper that only he could hear, a whisper that came not from the crowd around him, but from the spiritual realm above him. He isn't here because he chose to come. He's here because he was sent by a force greater than you, greater than him, greater than anything visible to the human eye. His assignment isn't self-made. His journey isn't self-planned. His mission isn't self-decided. He is carrying your name and your address because he was instructed to, and the one who instructed him is the one speaking to you now. My child, hear this with clarity. The reason he traveled across cities, across borders, across miles and miles of land and time, was because you were marked in the heavens for a breakthrough, and someone had to be sent physically to begin the process. This man's presence in your city is not a coincidence, it is a signal. As more details come into view, what often becomes clearer is that situations like these are usually less about hidden forces and more about processes unfolding step by step. Someone arriving with instructions or documentation is typically part of a chain of actions that began long before the moment you noticed them. Their presence can feel significant simply because it intersects directly with your personal world, but for them, it is often one task among many. Still, that doesn't reduce the emotional impact of the moment. When something feels directed at you personally, it naturally creates a sense of heightened awareness, almost as if the environment itself has shifted in response. Over time, though, that intensity usually settles into perspective as the purpose behind the interaction becomes clearer. What initially felt loaded with meaning often resolves into something more structured and explainable, like information delivery, clarification of a situation, or the completion of a necessary step in a broader process. And while the imagination may briefly frame these encounters as extraordinary, reality tends to ground them in cause and effect rather than symbolism. Even so, the emotional experience is still valid. Feeling like something important is unfolding around you can prompt reflection, self-examination, and a closer look at your current circumstances. In that way, the moment becomes less about hidden meaning and more about awareness, how you interpret events, how you respond to uncertainty, and how quickly the mind moves to assign significance to what has not yet fully been understood. Something that was delaying your destiny began to crumble. His arrival is the sign that the cycle you've been trapped in is ending. But my child, before I open the revelation about what he came to do, you need to prepare yourself, because the truth is not small, not light, not casual. It is the kind of truth that rewrites your understanding, replaces your fears, and realigns your future. My child, lean in, because what I am about to reveal now is the piece of the story where everything starts making sense, where the confusion clears, where the fear dissolves, and where the real meaning behind this man's arrival begins to surface like a message rising from deep waters. Remember that Jewish man you saw stepping into your city, the one whose footsteps carried intention, the one holding the paper with your name and your address. He has taken his first steps toward you, not to confront you, not to disturb your peace, not to bring anything harmful. He is not here to hurt you. He is here to help you. His presence is symbolic, spiritual, and protective. Let me take you to the exact moment happening right now. The man walks down the dimly lit street, the city noise fading behind him, and yet there is no tension in his walk, only determination. He isn't scanning the area suspiciously. He isn't looking for trouble. He is simply following a quiet pull in his spirit, as if a divine compass is guiding him. He pauses near a street corner, where an old lamppost glows with soft yellow light. The paper with your name is still in his hand. He turns it around, and on the back of that paper is something written, something that holds the true reason he has come. But before he reads it again, he presses the note to his chest gently, as if reminding himself that what he carries isn't just a task, it's a calling. You see, my child, this man is not walking under human instructions. He is walking under heavenly instructions. Heaven chose him because his heart is steady, his spirit is obedient, and his presence brings peace, not harm. He is the kind of man who has been trained his entire life to listen before acting, to wait before moving, to pray before deciding. His steps are measured, his breath is calm, and the energy around him is one of purpose, not danger. And there's something else. Some encounters feel ordinary on the surface, yet they carry an emotional weight that becomes clearer only with time. When he first came across your name, it wasn't met with hesitation or confusion, but with something closer to recognition, as if it carried a familiar echo that didn't belong to the present moment alone. It was the kind of pause that suggests meaning without needing immediate explanation. In that instant, it may have felt as though your name had already existed in a larger narrative, one that extends beyond what you can currently see or fully understand. There's a way certain people enter our awareness and seem to mirror something we have been moving toward without realizing it. Not because they change everything directly, but because they highlight what was already shifting beneath the surface. In that sense, his presence becomes less about delivering a literal message and more about reflecting back the internal changes you have been quietly experiencing, the struggles you have carried, the emotional fatigue that has lingered, the moments of doubt you rarely speak about. All of it begins to feel like part of a transition rather than a permanent state. And while nothing about life unfolds in perfectly clear lines, there are moments that feel like turning pages, where the story does not erase what came before but gently reorients what comes next. His arrival, as you perceive it, becomes one of those moments, a marker that something within your emotional landscape is reorganizing itself, not through sudden resolution, but through gradual release. And in that release, there is space forming again for clarity, for steadiness, and for a version of you that isn't defined by what has been weighing heavily on you, but by what is quietly beginning to emerge instead, as though your battles had been seen, your tears noticed, your prayers heard. He carries your information, yes, but it represents something far greater. He is not coming to your address to bring something physical. He is coming to bring something spiritual, a shift, a breakthrough, a turning point that has been delayed for too long. He reaches the edge of a quiet street and stops again. This time, he pulls the note out completely, turns it over, and reads the words written on the back. The mission written there is short, simple, and powerful, and this is what it says: "Go to the one whose name is written here and release peace into their life. Not trouble, not fear, not chaos, but peace. Peace that calms the heart, peace that settles the mind, peace that removes confusion, peace that breaks invisible pressure, peace that realigns destiny. Nothing harmful, nothing negative, nothing unsettling. It's a mission rooted in compassion, in protection, in divine guidance. But the reason your name is connected to this mission, that is the part that will open your eyes the most. Heaven saw that you were carrying more than your share. Heaven saw that you were enduring storms silently. Heaven saw that you were walking with strength even when exhausted. Heaven saw that you needed relief, real relief. And so, a messenger was sent. Not a warrior with weapons, not a judge with punishment, not a stranger with threats, but a quiet, gentle, obedient soul sent to bring restoration. His walking toward you symbolizes the spiritual breakthrough walking toward your life. His calmness represents the calm that is coming for you. His gentle approach represents the gentleness with which your situation is about to shift. My child, hear me. This man is not the source of your breakthrough. He is simply the sign of it. Your breakthrough was already written. The timing was already prepared. The answer was already dispatched. The shift was already activated. He is just the physical echo of what has already begun in the invisible realm. My child, now we enter the part of the message where the hidden layer becomes visible, where the meaning behind this entire journey begins to unfold in a way that connects directly to your spirit. Everything up until now was preparation. Now comes revelation. The Jewish man takes another step forward, and the city around him seems to quiet, not because the sounds disappear, but because his focus is so sharp that everything else becomes background noise. His eyes are calm, his posture steady, his grip on the folded note firm but gentle, like someone carrying something fragile yet powerful. He pauses near a small bench at the edge of the walkway. As he continued walking through the neighborhood, nothing around him visibly changed, but his attention to it did. He moved with a quieter awareness, noticing people more fully, their pace, their expressions, the subtle signs of fatigue or ease that usually go unobserved. The streets remained ordinary, yet his perception of them softened, as if the edges of his thoughts had been sanded down by reflection. Small interactions took on a different weight. A brief look exchanged with a stranger, a moment of patience at a crossing, a pause that didn't feel rushed. None of it was remarkable on its own, but together it created a gentler rhythm in how he experienced the world. The words he had read earlier stayed with him, not as directives, but as a reminder that people often forget aspects of themselves under pressure, rather than losing them entirely. He began to recognize how easily that forgetting happens in others as well, in the way they carry themselves through ordinary days. There was no dramatic shift, no invisible force reshaping the environment, only a gradual return to presence, where attention itself became a small form of care. By the time he turned the next corner, the city was unchanged, but his relationship to it felt slightly more open, as if space had been made for him to breathe within it again. And now, listen carefully, because the most powerful part of his mission is not written on the paper. It is written inside him. It is something he carries not in his coat pocket, but in his heart. It is the unspoken part of his assignment, the wordless instruction, the spiritual intention behind his journey. And it is this: wherever you walk, let transformation follow. He isn't coming toward you to change your location. He is coming to change your atmosphere. He isn't coming to change your surroundings. He is coming to change your inner world. He isn't coming to change your address. He is coming to change your season. Every step nearer to your side of the city brings new energy into your life. A sense of stability replaces the shakiness. A sense of calm replaces the inner turbulence. A sense of clarity replaces the confusion. A sense of purpose replaces the uncertainty. Not because he is supernatural, but because he is obedient. Obedient to a calling bigger than both of you. My child, hear the next part, with your heart open. The struggles you faced weren't proof of weakness. They were proof of destiny. The delays weren't signs of rejection. They were signs of preparation. The silence wasn't abandonment. It was alignment. You were being prepared for the moment that is unfolding now. When he finally reaches the street where your address is written, he doesn't rush. He doesn't panic. He doesn't hesitate. He slows down, recognizing the spiritual significance of this moment. He stops under a quiet stretch of the sky, breathes deeply, and closes his eyes, not to rest, but to pray. Not a prayer of fear, not a prayer of urgency, a prayer of release, a prayer that carries your name, a prayer that carries your future, a prayer that carries your transformation. As he whispers softly, something invisible yet powerful begins to move around you. A shift that aligns your steps. A shift that awakens your calling. A shift that prepares your path for the breakthrough ahead. My child, now we arrive at the heart of this unfolding story. The moment where everything that felt mysterious suddenly becomes clear. Where the arrival of this man, the paper he carries, the journey he took, and the mission written behind your name all come together to reveal a truth that was woven long before today. The man stands at the quiet corner of your street. The breeze moves gently around him, as if even the air is aware that something sacred is taking place. He doesn't rush. He doesn't force anything. He simply stands still for a moment, grounding himself in the purpose he was sent to fulfill. He looks down at the paper one last time. Your name, your address, your existence, written clearly in his hands. Then he turns the paper over and rereads the second line. Remind them who they are. But the true revelation lies deeper, because beneath that message, written in faint, almost hidden letters that only appear when light touches the paper at a certain angle, is the real assignment he's been carrying since the moment he left his home. And those faint letters say this: tell them their season has shifted. My child, do you hear that? Do you feel that? Can you sense it? Your season has shifted. Not gradually, not slowly, not eventually, but suddenly, like the moment night breaks into morning. Suddenly, like the moment a seed pushes through soil. Suddenly, like the moment rain stops and sunlight floods the ground. The shift doesn't happen outside first. It happens within. And this man's arrival is the sign that something inside you has already begun to change. The heaviness you felt recently, it's losing its power. The delays you kept facing, they are dissolving. The feeling of being stuck, it's breaking. The season of struggle, it's closing. Your spirit may not see all of it yet, but your atmosphere knows. Your heart knows. Your inner voice knows. Your dreams know. This man was not sent to bring anything physical to your address. He was sent to activate something spiritual within you. He lifts his head slightly, eyes closing once more, and he whispers another gentle prayer, a prayer not spoken loudly, not meant to draw attention, but meant to reach exactly where it needs to reach. A prayer for clarity, a prayer for alignment, a prayer for breakthrough, a prayer for renewal. As he exhales, the energy of the entire street feels like it softens. The atmosphere shifts from tension to calm, from weight to ease, from confusion to understanding. This moment is not about him. It feels like this is about you. There are moments in life when a presence, real or symbolic, seems to stand just outside the edges of your everyday world, and yet somehow shifts everything within it. When he arrives at the corner of your street, it isn't the paper in his hand that matters, but the quiet unraveling it sets in motion inside you. What once felt heavy begins to loosen. Situations that used to drain your energy no longer grip you in the same way. Even the inner battles you thought would last forever start to lose their intensity, as if they're being gently drained of their power rather than fought into submission. It's less about him doing something to you and more about something in you finally being ready to change. The message, whether spoken or unspoken, becomes a mirror, reflecting back your own readiness to move forward. And when he turns away, there's no drama in it, no grand farewell, just the natural closing of a chapter that was never meant to last forever. It isn't abandonment, it's completion. What follows is quieter but more personal, a shift in how you see yourself, how you respond to life, how you trust your own decisions. You begin to notice that clarity shows up more easily now, that peace lingers a little longer, and that you are no longer negotiating your worth with the world around you. Something subtle but undeniable has changed, and it belongs entirely to you. Over time, you may not even point to a single moment and say everything changed, because transformation rarely announces itself loudly. It accumulates quietly, in the way you choose differently, think differently, and no longer return to what once diminished you. It stays with you in small, steady ways. That was his mission. That is your awakening. Not fear, not danger, not threat, but transformation. Your name being carried was symbolic. Your address being written was symbolic. His journey was symbolic. The true shift is happening inside you. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into restoration. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into peace. This is your season, your moment, your atmosphere, your breakthrough. My child, you are rising. My child, as the man disappears into the distance, something subtle but deeply powerful begins to unfold around you, as if the air itself has shifted its direction. It's like when a storm has already passed and the clouds begin to break open, letting soft beams of light touch the ground again. That delicate moment where the world hasn't fully changed yet, but your heart knows that it's about to. You might not see anything different around you right now, but inside you, a steady warmth begins to rise, a warmth that tells you something has been released, something has been lifted, something has started moving in your favor, even if your physical eyes haven't caught up to it yet. It's the kind of change that doesn't roar, it whispers. The kind that doesn't shake the walls around you, it strengthens the walls within you. And the more you breathe, the more you feel it, like a quiet glow, spreading across the corners of your soul, reminding you that the heaviness you carried was never meant to be permanent. The atmosphere around your life is rearranging itself, piece by piece, layer by layer, until the energy you walk in begins matching the purpose you were always meant to carry. As this invisible shift spreads, you will notice moments where you pause without knowing why, where you feel a tug in your chest, as if something inside you is rising from a long sleep. You might find yourself thinking deeper, breathing slower, seeing clearer, even without trying. It's because the spiritual clutter that once fogged your emotions has begun dissolving like mist under morning sunlight. Where your heart once felt scattered, it begins to gather. Where your thoughts once felt tangled, they begin to untie. Where your life once felt paused, it begins to move again. The man's arrival wasn't a message of disturbance. It was a message of alignment, a reminder that you were never forgotten, you were never alone, you were never unprotected, you were never unseen. Heaven knew exactly when your spirit was reaching its limit, and at that precise moment, a signal was sent into your world, not to scare you, but to guide you. You will start seeing small signs of renewal in the days ahead, not dramatic, not overwhelming, just little moments where your heart whispers, "I'm healing." A sudden burst of motivation where you felt drained, a moment of clarity where you once felt confused, a gentle sense of hope where you once felt empty. People who once drained your peace will begin fading from your path without conflict, without noise, without drama, just quiet distance. Opportunities that once slipped through your fingers will start finding their way back toward you, as if drawn by destiny itself. Conversations that used to trouble your heart will no longer carry the same weight. The emotional storms that once tore through you will begin losing their thunder. You will notice yourself choosing better, loving deeper, speaking lighter, thinking clearer, feeling stronger, all without forcing anything. It's because your inner atmosphere has changed, and when the atmosphere changes, everything that grows within it changes too. Even the way you see yourself will shift. There was a time when you doubted your place in the world, when you questioned your worth, when you wondered if you were enough, when you carried guilt for things you could not control, when you blamed yourself for burdens that were never yours to carry. But now, slowly and silently, that fog is lifting. You are beginning to remember your own value. You are beginning to rediscover the confidence that life tried to steal from you. You are beginning to feel your voice returning, your courage resurfacing, your identity strengthening. Your spirit is waking up from a long night, stretching its arms toward the dawn. And as this awakening unfolds, the world around you will respond. People who once overlooked you will start noticing your presence, not because you changed externally, but because your energy shifted internally. You will walk with a calmness that speaks louder than words. You will make decisions with a clarity that surprises even you. As this internal steadiness grows, Earlier fears often lose some of their intensity, not because they are erased, but because they are no longer given the same authority. Doubts may still appear, but they begin to feel less absolute, more like passing thoughts than fixed truths. Emotional heaviness can ease gradually when it is no longer reinforced by constant internal resistance. In its place, a person may find that they respond to situations with more patience and less urgency, allowing space for better decisions to form. This does not mean life becomes effortless or perfectly aligned. It means the person becomes more capable of navigating what life actually presents. Direction becomes clearer not through prediction, but through repetition, through noticing what consistently supports growth and what consistently drains it. Over time, this creates a more stable sense of self, where choices are guided less by reaction and more by understanding. The result is not transformation in a sudden or external sense, but a steady unfolding of perspective that changes how challenges are met and how progress is defined.